Hi, my name is Tanner, and I am arguing that Catalonia does have the right to independence from Spain. The argument or debate concerning Catalonian independence has roots all the way back from Francisco Franco's dictatorship rule in Spain, all the way up till 1975, in which Catalonian identity was pretty suppressed. The language was almost eradicated. The culture was almost eradicated. After Franco's death, Catalonia did receive a little bit of autonomy, but as of late, Madrid is trying to reel it back in and assimilate Catalonia back into Spain as a whole. There are four main points that I'd like to make concerning Catalonian independence, and the first one is that Catalonia is just simply not Spain. Catalonian has its own language, has its own flag, has its own distinct culture, while Spanish people love to dance the flamenco and love bullfighting. Catalonians do not dance the flamenco, and they have condemned bullfighting as very cruel and unethical. They have their own history, a rich history that Spain doesn't have, i.e. being oppressed by Francisco Franco. And this is where the constructivist mentality comes in. These Catalonians do see themselves as an own people. They have a specific, distinct identity that is different from what the rest of Spain sees them as. As such, one would argue that Catalonia does have the right to independence. A constructivist would argue distinct, unequal partnership between Catalonia and the rest of the Spanish government. Catalonia, with the mega city, mega economic power Barcelona, reels in a lot of money and has a lot of influence, but the taxes that they have to pay are disproportionate to the rest of the region, paying a lot more in taxes, just putting them in debt. They pay about $10 billion more in taxes than it gets back from the government. And this has put Catalonia in a significant debt. Without this fiscal autonomy, Catalonia will never be able to have its own economic plan going forward, because it's such a unique region having Barcelona in it. So as such, the only feasible route to have this fiscal independence is by gaining complete independence. And a split could be very smooth concerning Catalonia still being a part of the EU and the Schengen zone. There wouldn't be much of an issue there, as Catalonia has the funds and the means and the infrastructure to be able to join the EU very smoothly. The third point I'd like to make is the brutal mistreatment of the Catalonian people. Lots of police brutality documented in 2017. Catalan leaders receiving jail sentences between 9 and 13 years, and street violence plaguing protests and voter suppression. This mistreatment of the Catalonian people is definitely means of is a reason for Catalonians to want independence away from the oppressive Spain government, as it was before during Franco's rule. And the fourth point I'd like to make is that it's just simply undemocratic if we do not support Catalonian desire for independence, similar to what we as a nation did with Britain. We were being oppressed by a government. We didn't like the way we were being treated, so we decided to become our own nation. It is undemocratic not to let Catalonians exercise their self-determination, their right to self-determination, and it is far time that Catalonians received autonomy and independence from Spain.